Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Two Retired Guys in a Podcast. My name is Naresh. This is my buddy Paul, and we're talking everything retirement. So today we're looking at the fact that both Paul and I looked at, and it's really important. A lot of times people retire and they think that retirement's going to be just infinite. It's going to keep going. That's not the case. It's finite.
Yeah.
Pretty much 2/3 of your life is finished, and it's just 1/3, whatever little bit quarter that's left, right? So it's finite. So what's the best way to spend it, right? Wisely, right, Paul?
Yeah.
So you know, it's your time. So what's the best way you can spend it so you get the best out of this part of your chapter of your life, right? So the first one that you and I looked at was protect your health, like it is your job. Nothing destroys retirement faster than preventable illness. Work out a few times a
Yeah.
week, walk daily, prioritize sleep, keep regular medical checkups, eat simply and consistently. Right, Paul?
Yeah. Because you got to just, it adds a little bit, right? If you keep maintaining that healthy lifestyle, then it might add a few years to your life, right? So give you a little longer in retirement. And during your healthy retirement years, you're feeling healthy. You could do more, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it comes down to this, right? You could have the best plan that you've set up with your financial planner. Everything's set up. Your expenses are set up. Your finances are set up. But if your health's not there,
Exactly.
none of that's going to.
No. Because like if you're bedridden or something, you're not going to be able to do much, right? So yeah, just keep
And and all the information is on your fingertips, right, Paul? Like you can
oh
go
yeah.
ask your on top of asking your doctor, who would tell you all these steps that I went over. You can just go on the internet and Google and say, how to stay healthy in your senior years, and all the information is there. Not
Oh,
like
tons.
25 years ago, people didn't know. Now you know. So
Yeah, you can get intense workouts, lighter workouts, different things. There's all kinds of stuff out
how
there,
to eat.
right? Yeah.
You can get on the internet how to eat properly, great recipes, things like that. You have the time now to make the best food, best
Oh
recipes.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no excuse. There's no more excuse for not, even if you're just don't walk every day, 40-minute walk every day. It's huge.
Yeah.
45-minute walk every day, right? Things like that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You can find out on how to stay in the best shape of your retirement years. So
Yeah.
your real retirement account is your mobility plus energy, right? I like that
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Number two,
Mobility.
spend your
Yeah.
money without guilt, right, Paul? Number two,
Yeah.
spend your money without guilt. You worked decades for this. Travel while you physically can and enjoy that traveling. Upgrade your comfort, buy a better mattress, shoes, some experiences. Say yes to memorable opportunities. Regret from not spending is often worse than overspending responsibly. Yeah,
Yeah.
really important that you know. You know that's why you went and set that plan up, right, Paul? Like with your
Right.
financial plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you've planned, if you've made all your correct steps and planned everything, then you should be good, right? Travel if you
Absolutely.
can, because you can't travel forever. So travel if you can, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we've always said, like, if whenever you retire, whether it's in 50s or 60s, you know, up, you already are feeling it somewhat. Everybody is, and it's by
Yeah.
the time you hit 66, that's a health span, which is 66. When you hit that, then it slowly becomes a little more and more and more difficult. So do what you can right now. Spend your money without guilt.
Yeah.
That's why you earned it, and that's why you set up that plan with your financial planner.
Well, and you could travel cheaper, right? You got off-season stuff now because you're retired. So you don't have to go to
Exactly.
peak seasons like March break or Christmas.
Never
Go
thought of
earlier.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got all these times that you can go now. Check for what's the best peak times. Flights are always got peak times. Cruises got, less peak. You got all kinds of trips that
Exactly.
are because they want you to travel, right? So because everyone March break, Christmas, all these times that you could do it now. So
Yeah, and to just make your life better while in these times, like buy a better mattress, man. Like, I mean, it'll help you get better shoes.
I
You
know I
know,
just bought one.
go for a 45-minute walk every day, get a good pair of
Yeah,
shoes,
I just bought a new
right?
mattress about a month ago, so
There you
much
go. It
better.
helps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
bought
yeah.
one. Yeah, a couple of years ago, and
Yeah.
it's you got to have a good mattress. You got to get good sleep, right?
Yeah.
So
Sleep is crucial because that's where you're rebuilding, and that's where especially if you ever become sick, just sleep is key, right? Sleep. Your
absolutely,
body needs to
that
rest.
that's what previous point of health. When we talked about health, sleep is you
Yeah.
got to get good sleep, especially that goes to your entire life, but especially after you're retired, got to get
Yeah.
good sleep.
Yeah.
Right? So the next one that we look at is focus on meaning, not just being busy. So you need, you
Yeah.
know, you need to feel, things you're doing. You gotta like things like mentor younger people if you can,
Yeah.
volunteer for causes you care about, teach skills you've mastered, help your family, and if you don't want to do any of that, just help your families without getting exhausted.
Right.
Don't go overboard. You know, yeah, because then everybody starts asking, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a good one. Help your family in every
Yeah.
way you can. You
Right.
feel useful, right? And
Yeah.
volunteer. Those are two things everybody can do.
Yeah. Community involvement, you know, could go a long way, right? So, it keeps you busy, keeps your mind active. You're helping out the community. You're doing some good. So, yeah, especially if you have the
Yeah, you
time.
have the time. You have the
Yeah.
time to help out
Yeah.
your volunteer, and also, as I said, you can help your family whenever they need it, whatever help they need. Again,
Yeah.
not doing massive projects like that could break your back or something, but just in every which way,
Yeah.
they can, if you can help, then purpose extends life more than hobbies alone. So, as I
Well,
say,
and
so
you can build into some relationships if you're in the community, helping out. You can build in some good relationships you've to last, right? So,
exactly, you make
yeah.
a couple of new friends. Yeah,
Yeah, you never know
which is
who you're
our
going to
next
meet.
point,
And
Paul.
what's that?
Yeah, which is going right into our next point. It's a nice segue into our next point.
Yeah, yeah. Building
Curate your
relationships.
relationships.
Yeah,
Relationships are very important after you retire. Invest in people who bring calm and respect. Really important. Reduce time
yeah,
with chronic complainers. Oh man, that's the whole reason you retire.
yeah.
Don't chase new friendships if you prefer solitude. A peaceful small circle beats a noisy large one,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll maintain your few friends for sure. You'll have your close knit where you go for coffee and you could just give them a call, say, hey, let's go for a walk. You're gonna have those friends you want to keep. Yeah, and if a social takes you out to a little larger gathering, so be it.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean you have to
Yeah.
stay in that chaos. But your
Yeah.
core,
Yeah.
3 to 5 good friends that you meet
That's what it
and
comes down to.
or travel
Yeah.
with or
Yeah.
volunteer with, it's good.
Because once you retire, and if your spouse is retired, you're gonna she she's gonna have her he or she's gonna have her own friends. You're gonna have your own friends. You're gonna have some friends together, so it becomes a bit of a yes. So everybody, that you have to have a little. There are some people who prefer solitude at times, and they just don't. And that's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine.
yeah, it's
Nothing
fine
wrong with
too.
that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
your
you know,
retirement, whatever you want. But
yeah.
yeah, it's good
But
to get out with
mostly,
some friends. Doesn't have to be
yeah.
all the
Even if
time,
you
but
prefer solitude, once
yeah,
a week you can still get together with somebody at Timmy's or McDonald's and
yeah,
have a cup of coffee. Just shoot the shit, right? And and
yeah.
and that's what it comes. There's lots of stuff happening in the world you can
Keeps your
talk
brain
about.
active.
That's what it is. Maybe both of you can play checkers, chess,
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah,
Because that kind of stuff, playing some of these like games, mahjong, checkers, chess, with friends. So you kills two birds with one stone, right? Your
yeah,
mind stays sharp, and you keep your a little bit of relationships alive, right?
yeah, 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 for sure.
And that goes into the next one, which is design. Now that you may have people to do things with, design your ideal week. Don't just drift. Don't be don't be like a boat that's been put in Lake Ontario and it's just drifting away, God knows, carried by whatever currents. Yeah, it's nice to relax, but don't drift. What
Right,
did
right.
now for today's Tuesday? What does a perfect Tuesday look like?
Yeah,
How often do I see friends? When do I exercise? What am I learning? Structure
yeah,
prevents retirement from turning into an endless TV, right?
yeah. Yeah, and you can do a project and have that on the go. Every Tuesday, I'm going to work on my project or something, you know,
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday or whatever. I'll do that project day. And then the rest of the time I do something else. But yeah, just,
Yeah, you can draw up a little bit of a schedule where Mondays I'll do this little bit, Tuesdays this is
yeah,
what I'll do, Wednesdays this is what I'll do, and that way it's nicely set, and you just do it.
yeah,
No stress, no fuss,
right.
no muss, and you just do it unless something comes up. And
Yeah,
but I mostly try to I'll meet my friends whatever on Wednesday. I'll go to the city of Mississauga on Thursday for my exercise yoga class.
yeah, yeah,
And maybe I can drop by library on Fridays just to see, what's new
yeah,
there, that kind of thing, right? Like
yeah,
these are things that keep you alive. You go to the library, it feels good. I go to the library sometimes and it feels great. And you look around, see what books, this new books are there, and that kind of thing. So it
yeah,
keeps the whole week humming beautifully, right? And
yeah,
that's what it is. You got a bit of a structure. Some people do drift, Paul, where I know
yeah,
some people who retire and they just drift.
yeah. Yeah, and that's what they want, but you want to keep things, you should create some visions too for, what do I want my retirement to be in like 3 years, then 5 years, and then 7 years, and then 10 years maybe. Like you should have that vision as well, right? So, if you're just drifting and then time just goes, right? So
Exactly.
you kind of want to, you know, what do I want to do in the next 5 or 10 in my retirement? You want to have a plan, at least a little bit. Oh, you know, but it doesn't have to be super structured. But yeah, if you're just
No, no,
drifting, days just float
no.
by, then I find that no purpose. You got to kind of keep some
Exactly.
form of
A
purpose
little bit of
going,
a
right?
purpose.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
A
yeah,
little bit of a purpose, right, Paul?
yeah,
Just to, even if it's you just, every day of the week you set some chores, like whatever you're going to do. That gives you a little bit of purpose. You may
yeah.
not have any more. And again, there's online free courses you can take,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you can say, okay, once a week I'll do my, or twice a week I'll do my online course. But and in these, whatever you want to study, history, political science, you
yeah.
want to
There's
learn
all
more about,
kinds. It's
you know,
keeping your brain young when you start learning. Even maybe you want to learn a new language. Just keeps your brain it it keeps your brain young. That's all, right? So
yeah, yeah. Try. Let's try learning French, maybe Spanish,
we
Swahili.
I don't know a lot. I don't think my brain functions as learning more languages, more math,
Yeah.
numbers, but languages. It just I know a couple words on a few different languages. That's it. I don't think I was very good in French class.
Which goes into our next point. Do some, some things are a little bit more difficult, so do them while you can, when you're still in your early 60s, that kind of thing. If you want,
Yeah,
if you have in your mind something of a project in your house, you don't have to necessarily do it, but you can supervise it, replacing
yeah,
your floors, carpet, whatever. Finishing your basement, you can supervise that. That kind of thing, because later is not guaranteed, right? Like you
right,
said, learn some new skills. You want to learn new yoga, new tai chi, that kind of thing. Do them
yeah,
now.
yeah.
They may carry on then into your later on years, right?
Yeah, like those, like Tai Chi, like you see a lot of elderly people doing some Tai Chi and stuff like that, or,
Yeah,
modified yoga or whatever, but they're still moving, keeping the mobility. That's the key is to maintain your mobility as long as you can. Yeah,
that's absolutely. You gotta move. So do what you can to move. These are the newer learning skills, like you were saying, a language and that kind of thing. But
yeah,
If you're not up to that, then you can, like I said, sign up for your city. The city always has classes for this and that, and take a look at their schedules and go for something, whatever it may be.
Yeah, because you want
If
to
you want to
keep
learn,
your we call it the go-go years in retirement.
that's right. Yeah.
You want to keep those go-go years longer than your no-go years.
No-go years. Yes, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Your go-go
You
years you
know?
want to keep long. Your no-go years less long, right? So like
Yeah.
you're not gonna because no-go years you're gonna be pulling back, and hopefully maybe that's in your 90s. But you see some people in their 90s walking, living on their own, doing their stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
I've seen them
Their
skating. Yeah.
mobility, so their go years are much longer, which is great. The longer
Yeah.
you can keep your go years, keep it going,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And it like keeps your brain sharp. And
Yeah,
the next point, it goes into our next point, keeping your brain sharp is reduce stress on your mind relentlessly, right?
yeah,
Simplify your finance. That should already be done, and it should be done every 3 months. Sit down with your financial planner. Downsize possessions. We've talked about that in the past. Avoid unnecessary drama. Stop arguing about things. So, peace is wealth. That's really important for your brain because stress is
yeah,
bad enough young, but in the older age, when you have stress, what for? What's the point of
yeah.
retiring then?
That's when you should be getting rid of stress.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, enough of stress. That you've had your life filled with stress, raising kids, paying mortgages, paying. Now, be
yeah,
relentless. That's what I always tell people: be relentless about removing stress from your life.
yeah,
Stress is like a poison. It really is.
yeah.
It
If you have
reduces
your
life.
health, then you have nothing to worry about. So,
Exactly. And then that goes into our final point of leave a bit of a legacy if you want to do that. Sit down with your grandkids if you have grandkids, or sit down with your kids, even though they're grown up, once every 10, 12 days, sit down with them every couple of weeks, go over how they can improve their life. Maybe you can write a journal, right?
hmm,
That kind of thing. You know, you can keep you make your retirement really meaningful with small little
yeah,
things like that,
yeah, yeah,
because you and I have gained so much experience in life that these kids don't have, even if they're in their late 20s and whatnot, and they're still
right,
just starting life.
yeah. You know, because yeah, you just there's we've been around the block a few times, so
Yeah.
and
What is it
and
called, Paul? The School of Hard Knocks. The School of
yeah,
Hard Knocks.
School of
I'm a
Hard Knocks, yeah.
graduate. I got a PhD in that sucker.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you just um just enjoy your retirement, pick your things you want to do, and just yeah, make it stress free as much as you can. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard
the
to
most
eliminate
important thing.
full stress, but monitor and limit it if you can. So
Absolutely.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what you don't want in your life, especially your retirement years. You don't want stress.
No,
You've
no,
had that.
man. Like, I
You've had
mean,
that for
come
the
on.
last
Like,
40 years.
40, 45 years of stress. Now it's the time to sit and relax and smell the coffee and the roses.
Yeah.
Drink the coffee, smell the roses, whatever.
Well,
so, so I hope all of you guys, thank you very much for being here with us. I hope you enjoyed our little talk today. And if you have, if you have any comments, how you're handling your retirement years, please leave a comment below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you're here, if you're already subscribed, thank you very much for being here. Please subscribe, and please turn on your notifications and share with your friends who are retired as well. And absolutely, leave a comment. And thank you very much again. And we'll see you at the same place, same time, same channel next week.
next
Take
week.
care.
All right.
Good day.